Hello, people of the internet. My name is Preston, and I am the programmer here at Leafy Games.
And I'm George, the artist. And before we jump into the content of the latest update, we just like to take a second to announce the winner of the Community Designed Hub general theme, and that is Cornelia Station. So we included a thread so you can read more about it, as well as a few of the results of the poll. We thank you all for voting. We thank you all for submitting your ideas. Once again, we loved a lot of different concepts that were submitted. So even if it may not become a hub, we still might actually embrace some of the concepts and ideas that you guys suggested. So yeah, and if you're looking for more ways to contribute, just stay tuned. We're gonna have a few more opportunities to vote on some of the more specific directions that the hub takes in the future, and we'll probably be announcing those in the devlogs as well. So without further ado, on to 0.49D.
We've been adding enemy AI crews. So essentially, just as you can start in an Intrepid and have a full crew, now you can find other Intrepids, cruisers, and stargazers, and potentially other stuff with enemy crews, all AI commanded with everything, with classes and everything too. So they'll be interfacing with the screens and doing everything kind of your AI does, but working against you in their own ship, doing their own thing. So we think it's pretty cool. It's definitely one of the ways that the game's going to be expanding, and we're very excited. So we know you guys have been kind of asking for it for a little while, and we're happy to finally be making it. So in addition, we've added the pilot AI capabilities, so you can add a bot on your crew, and you can add a pilot bot now. So they will pilot the ship. They're not extremely helpful potentially outside of combat, but inside of combat they'll essentially act as turn on the pilot AI that the enemy uses. So it's relatively simplistic right now. In fact, we had to remove the asteroids due to some concerns, but they will be being added later when we teach the AI better ways to navigate that type of environment, which will be exciting. But I think for testing and a few other reasons, I think this will work out for now. It's more of a blank battle area, so it's a bit more just focusing on the actual mechanics, I guess. But we'll be planning on adding a bit more variety and stuff in the actual sectors when you're fighting ships. In addition, we've added the ability to claim other ships, and as part of that, we've added a way to lock and unlock screens. So essentially how this works is if you're on your adventures and you encounter another, let's say, Intrepid, and you want to take it as your own, or in combat something works out and your ship is destroyed and you have to abandon your ship to go to the enemy one to survive, then you can claim it as your own. And this works by capturing the individual screens on the ship. Each one can be essentially in a locked state, and by being near them, you can capture them and use them. So there's some visuals for it, so hopefully it'll make a little bit of sense. Like when they're in the enemy's control, the screens will show kind of as red, they'll be outlined in red. And then when you claim the ship, all the screens should turn white, like normal. So yeah, to claim a ship, you use the status screen, and you need a majority of the screens unlocked. And then the captain can claim the new ship. There will be a button that appears. It'll let you know how many screens you need, and will say, allow you to claim the ship once you have a majority of screens captured.
Keep in mind, this is still very early. There's no way to actually transfer your old cargo to the new ship, or
programs or components at all. Yeah. So you're kind of starting with this new ship. It's really
the price of claiming the ship. That will change in the future, but we just haven't gotten around to that yet. And we've also added, now that your ship can be destroyed and you can be on a separate ship, it introduces the problem where there's zero atrium. There's no friendly atrium within range, and if one of your crew members is dead, what happens? We talk about more about this in the new version of the owner's manual as well as in the release notes. But basically, it starts a game over state, and if you don't basically capture an atrium within 2 minutes, the game is over. So
it's still, we're still working on it, but you will see sort of this timer appear. I think the most common place for this to happen is if you are in a battle with another fully manned ship, such as you have like a cruiser versus an intrepid, then when your ship is destroyed and you have no atrium that's essentially friendly, then the timer will start. If you manage to board the enemy ship before your ship was destroyed, of course. If everyone's on your ship and it's destroyed, it's just like before. It's just game over instantly.
So it's a pretty rare occasion, but it does exist. So keep an eye out for it. And once again, it is still early.
Yeah, this is very much the introduction of this new game over system. We are planning on using it more in the future for specialized or more intense like planet situations or other areas where we want to play with atrium availability and adding these more intense areas where you could actually cause a game over on a planet.
Besides that, we've done some UI changes. I'll just quickly go over them real quick. We moved all the ships to the right of the screen to help with the claiming process. The claimed ship, the one that your crew owns, will be highlighted in blue. The targeted ship will be highlighted in red. The list in which they appear is from top to bottom, the closest to the farthest, so the ship that you're on will be almost always on top. I can't think of a reason why it wouldn't be. And now, instead of a percentage, we show sort of a vague 2 bars, one for shields, one for hull. They're uncolored. They're a little nicer, and there's also like a little block that demonstrates the alert level. We think it's a nice change, and we'll see how it goes. Once again, we've edited the main HUD multiple times, so we're definitely not done with it yet, but we'll see. We've also added a simple sort of spectating view for people who are dead, waiting to be respawned. You can sort of view the AI crew or your fellow players. We've added a new sector commander. This is an enemy crewed sector commander, which is obviously pretty fitting. And we'll see how that goes. It's early, but hopefully it is quite challenging. We've had some fun trying to fight it, and it is not easy, at least from what we've been able to see. Maybe people will find a way to cheat. We'll see. We've also added some visual updates to the Colonial Hub bar, as well as a new planet and a tons of other things. You can read the release notes for the full list. I think that about covers it. Let us know what you think. And yeah, if you're interested, check out the new owner's manual 0.45, the release notes, and yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one. Thanks for watching. And just for those who might be interested, we're not necessarily going to be sticking to our 1 video a week and 1 update every 2 weeks schedule in the near future as we sort of enter this final phase before beta. So just expect updates to be potentially a bit more sporadic, but our plan is to essentially just keep working and release stuff when we feel it's ready, and not necessarily stop or let development be the priority essentially.
Yeah.
So we want to get a lot done before beta. We have a lot of big plans, and we think this is the best way to get the absolute most new features in and the most content in. So just be expecting a bit more of a flexible, changing schedule in the near future, and then we'll figure out what kind of schedule we want to do for beta. So yeah, just letting you know.
Updates will likely arrive fewer in frequency, so they might take longer than 2 weeks to come out, but hopefully they should be a lot bigger and more stable. That's our goal.
So thanks for all your support and feedback, and thanks for watching.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.